Hello YouTube, my name is Nero. Today we have another Let's Play. Welcome to the Simpsons Hit and Run. This is a game that I am very excited to play through because this was a very influential game on me growing up. I played it a ton as a kid. The game itself released in 2003. I have not played it in well over a decade. I barely remember anything regarding this game, yet it's one of my favorites of all time. I played so much growing up, and I asked you guys if you guys would be open to a Simpsons Let's Play here on the channel. A lot of you said yes, and specifically you requested this game, partly due to the fact that it's probably the only good Simpsons game ever made, and as a result, we're going to be doing a full playthrough of the Simpsons Hit and Run. I'm going to let you guys see the opening cinematic, and I'm going to catch you guys on the other side.
Hey! I'm endorsing a new cola, kids, and this one isn't poisonous to anybody!
That we know of.
New and improved Buzz Cola is made from only the finest sugars and waters. Plus, it has a special ingredient, too hot for the FDA. It'll give you the get up and go you need to do all the pathetic stuff you have to do. Try new improved Buzz Cola.
Cola. Must get Buzz Cola.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are inside the Simpsons Hit and Run. Now, a couple of things right here from the very beginning. I need to change this setting because it's bothering me. We need to invert our camera controls. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, since this game is so old, I can't enable subtitles for you guys. And I've grown, I think it's because I've done so many Let's Plays here on YouTube that I've grown accustomed to having subtitles. But this game is so old, there are none. There is no option for that natively. I wonder, there may be a ROM somewhere that actually has subtitles as a feature, but unfortunately I don't have that. So we're going to be playing through the game without subtitles, but I think it's going to be okay. With the way I do my videos, chances are you'll be able to hear things just fine. We collected our first collector's card. There we go. But welcome to the Simpsons Hit and Run, widely considered to be the best Simpsons game of all time. It came out in 2003. And to put that into context, I was a wee 12 years old, I think, when this game came out. I played it a ton growing up. It was a lot of fun for a number of reasons, which we'll be discussing here in this video. But let's go ahead and start things off here by talking to Marge.
Homie, somebody ate every dessert in the house. I need you to run to the store and pick up some of that ice cream with the miniature pies in it.
Oh, must have been one of our kids. Probably Millhouse.
All right, go to the Quickie Mart and purchase some ice cream and cola. So you guys noticed from the opening cinematic there, you have these bees basically coming out of the sky, and then Homer smashed one. Can we still see that? Wait a minute. Can we see that? We can go in the house, can't we? Or is that later on in the game? We may be able to go into the house right now. Yes, we can. Is the bee going to still be inside of the house? No. So it's just going to be the normal house itself. If I remember correctly, there's some gags in here in the kitchen. Let's see. Oh, man. It's amazing how much of this game I played. Then you have the TV here, which is going to be giving you a couple little minor Easter eggs and stuff like that. A couple little stories. One of the coolest things about this game growing up was, oh my goodness, I'm playing within the Simpsons house. And I talked about this in my, my Springfield Simpsons Zombies video. About how fun it really is. Do I really need to have the navigation on? We're going to go ahead and turn navigation off because that is just something I don't think we're actually going to need. Having those things in the road there, they just kind of look silly if you ask me. I remember my way around here. Plus, I messed around with the game a little bit off camera just to make sure it all still worked and I was, you know, competent with the controls and stuff like that. But I remember, like, just as a kid growing up, how excited I was to be able to run around within Springfield. That is the fun of licensed games to me, is, you know, being able to see something that you love and you enjoy so much, like The Simpsons, and being able to be part of that world and trying to park your car just like this, like you would if it were real life. Doing things like that was so much fun for me. But yeah, I would say for a game that came out in 2003, especially being a licensed game, which are typically known as being terrible, as we get, the Quickie Mart sign's kind of low res. I think this game actually looks pretty freaking good. I really do. Let's go inside the Quickie Mart here. And we're going to be talking to Apu, getting ourselves some ice cream with the miniature pies in there, which is, of course, one of many, many, many references to the show. You're going to find throughout the entirety of the series. If you are a fan of The Simpsons, this game is chock full of references and Easter eggs. Some of them very, very subtle, and other ones, they just beat you over the head with how obvious they are. I mean, just walking in here, you have Frostilicious. I'm not sure how to exactly call or what to name him there. And then you have over here, you're going to have some various video games that you would have seen inside the actual show itself. You're going to have the silent alarm in the background. So many Easter eggs, so many references. It is fantastic.
Hey, Apu, give me a cola and I need another bucket of ice cream with mini pies.
What happened to the ice cream with mini pies your wife bought this morning?
I probably ate it. I don't remember stuff too good.
So it would appear we've already grabbed some of this ice cream and maybe some Buzz Cola, but we already ate it. We're going to go ahead and grab it back.
Congratulations, Homer. Mission complete. Go back home and talk to Mom to start the next mission.
All right, now for those that don't know, this is essentially the tutorial level. Now, there's a couple of things I could have done in there. Let's go ahead and go back inside. And it's like, I feel like I'm playing an old Pokemon game right now, and that I've played so many of the Pokemon games so many times, especially the Kanto region ones, that I basically know them inside and out. But right here is where you can buy different, basically, skins for your character with these coins, these Buzz Cola coins, which you find pretty much all throughout the entirety of the world, sort of similar to like a Sonic the Hedgehog kind of thing, where you just grab your coins. If you have your coins, there you go. You can do different things to, of course, earn them as well, and buy different outfits, which is going to be pretty interesting for many different characters as well, because Homer is not the only playable character in this game. It's actually quite a long game, if I remember correctly, and you get to go throughout the entirety of Springfield, play with multiple characters, and at times you're going to find some cool things to do, such as this. If I press that button, it'll raise me up there, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that. We're just going to jump on top of the Quickie Mart here, and go ahead and, jumped up, and... what do we call that? A butt slam? That's what we called it in Borderlands, right? It was a butt slam. We're going to be butt slamming all throughout the entirety of this game. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, butt slamming is a very big deal. Now, this roof in of itself is... hey, there's crab juice. I don't know what these collector cards even do, to be perfectly honest. I remember collecting them. I don't remember what benefit they have, if any. But this was actually part of one of the episodes. I remember when Apu brought Lisa up there for some reason. Maybe she was going vegan at the time. I don't know what the... I've seen a lot of the episodes, but I don't remember all of them entirely. And that was one of the episodes there. Now, this show has had many good episodes, I would say, over the years, especially in the early seasons. A lot of people tend to prefer the early seasons, but I don't think the later seasons are really that bad either. I just think they don't have the same charm that they had, you know, way back in the day. So I ask you guys here for this first episode, I would love to know, what is your favorite Simpsons episode of all time and why? I have my answer, and I'm going to be giving you guys my answer right after we talk to Marge here.
Homie, Lisa left for school without her science project. Can you get it to her?
Oh, do I have to?
You can drop it off on the way to work.
And I have to go to work?
And I have to go to work, race Principal Skinner to the school and give Lisa her science project. All right. I don't remember there being a race. That right there is going to be her project. Looks like it's just going to be like a human body style of a thing. Let's get inside here. Now, where's Skinner? How do I know where Skinner is? Where's this race? Ah, there's Skinner. Hi, Skinner. Pardon me. Excuse me. So this is kind of like how I compared it as a kid. I'm like, well, this is like Grand Theft Auto, but The Simpsons, you know? And it kind of is that to an extent. All these vehicles that you see on the streets, you can quote-unquote hijack them. All the different vehicles are going to have different handling characteristics. There are going to be many iconic vehicles from the show itself that we are going to be able to obtain, like Mr. Plow, the Plow King, basically lots and lots of different vehicles. And you access these vehicles by completing missions, playing throughout the entirety of the game. And since we already beat Skinner, we don't have to worry about too much else. And you actually access these different vehicles by going to the phone here. Now, I'm not sure if the phone is going to show you every single vehicle by default, but there's like the Electoris, who you may remember that from the show itself, just Cletus's pickup truck, the Plow King, the Duff truck, the surveillance van, the family sedan. There are much more than that, I know for a fact. These are the ones that I think are available here in the early stages. Right now, we're currently in the tutorial. And here's the thing, too. I believe the Springfield Elementary sign actually changes, which is kind of interesting. I'm a big fan of that. So I told you guys I was going to tell you my favorite personal episode of The Simpsons. So mine, there's a lot of them that I really like, especially the early seasons. I have most of them on DVD, and The Simpsons has always been kind of like a comfort show for me. We're going to talk to Lisa here in the school, and it's so cool. Again, being able to be inside of the school. Now, you can only see it really from this one angle. I can try looking around for you guys. You maybe can hear the controller. I can't. I'm using a gamepad. I can't look around. So you can only get like this one side of the school. You got Ralph there with a giant thing of paste. And then here's Lisa.
Thanks for bringing me my model of the digestive system. Hey, where's the gallbladder?
I got hungry, and it was a fig.
It was modeling clay.
Oh.
By the way, Dad, Mom called. She says she needs to talk to you at home before you go to work.
Oh!
Jeez, they really got me just going everywhere, don't they?
I am too smart. S-M-R-T. I mean, S-M...
Go to Shelbyville and steal me some math books.
Go to Shelbyville and steal me some math books. Now, can I get another thing from here, or is it the same ones as the Quickie Mart? Okay, it's just a different location on the map where you can go ahead and get this. So my favorite episode of all time. I know it's hard to stay on topic when you're playing a game because there's constantly things happening and things going on. But my favorite episode of all time would be Bart of Darkness. Now, you guys may not know what episode that was. Well, it is the opening episode to Season 6. It came out in 1994, I believe. So basically the whole plot of it is it's summer, very hot, there's a heat wave. The Simpsons end up getting a pool. And the pool really isn't the biggest deal of the episode. Like, the majority of the episode revolves around Bart breaking his leg, jumping from his treehouse into the pool. And then as a result, he has to miss a summer. He becomes a shut-in, basically. And he starts, like, spying on his neighbors. He thinks he sees Flanders kill his wife, and it becomes a whole thing. It's a good episode if you guys haven't seen it. The reason why it's my favorite episode, now I'd love to hear down there in the comments, what is your favorite episode and why? The reason why I think it's my favorite episode is it really takes me back to when I was a kid and how awesome summer was. That particular episode, just something about it, really captured for me what summer vacation was really all about. Now, my grandparents lived right next door to me growing up, and they ended up getting a pool when I was, I don't remember, maybe 11 or something like that. It was before this game came out. And so basically every day of the summer, I'd be over there with my brother or with my family, or my cousins would come over. We spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house. And just seeing that episode, you know, of all the kids hanging out in the pool all summer, and just, I don't know, there's something about that episode which really just resonated with me and really brought me back to my own childhood. The episode came out in 1994. I'm just grabbing stuff here for the coins that pop out, basically. Little Easter eggs, little things like that that happen. Actually, a really fun one is going to be over here behind the Flanders house. But yeah, just something about that episode just really sticks with me. I love watching it to this day. And yeah, so I think of all the Simpsons episodes, that one's probably my favorite. And I would love to hear down there in the comments. There we go. I can't get a double jump here. What is your favorite episode of The Simpsons and why? I would love to hear about that. So the Easter egg here is going to be this, is it a bomb shelter or a tornado shelter? It may just be a shelter in the backyard of Flanders' house. There was an episode where this played actually a pretty big role. You come back here.
Yay! The rapture!
Yay, the rapture! So you got Rod and Todd hiding back there. And I think the more you click on it, you get different Easter eggs. I don't think we can get one right now. I think we may have to like go into a loading screen or something like that and come back. Wow, we can't turn here for some reason. There we go. Sometimes the game pads kind of mess up a little bit on you, but we're supposed to go ahead. I mean, we got all these coins right here. Let's go ahead and grab these. We're going to go ahead and talk to Marge now, who apparently wants to talk to me before I go into work. Keep in mind, this is still the tutorial mission, which is basically just easing you into the game, you know, getting you familiar with the controls, the mechanics, moving about. All right.
Homer, go talk to Ned Flanders. He seems miffed and PO'd.
Why me? I'm the world's greatest neighbor. I even have a mug to that effect.
So don't go to work just yet. Come back here and go talk to your neighbor. He seems a little miffed. So maybe you can't go in the backyard through here, can you?
You know where my family lives?
I love Grandpa Simpson. He's one of my favorite characters of the show. Mainly the old guy bit that they kind of have going on with him. You know, he tells all these stories, just rambles on and on, specifically telling stories that don't go anywhere. I tend to like, or at least favor, the older people in shows. Like, some of my favorite characters of The Simpsons are Mr. Burns and Grandpa, for some reason. Not really sure why. All right, let's talk to Ned here.
I'm all in a dither, Homer. So many of my possessions have disappeared.
I called the police to find the culprit.
Culprit, eh?
My lawnmower, my cooler, my lawn chair, a family portrait, even Rod's inhaler. What kind of sick individual would take this stuff?
Oh no, I borrowed all of Flanders' stuff. Quick, think of an excuse to get out of here. Excuse me, I think I have to go shuck some corn.
I need to go shuck some corn. So collect all 6 of Ned's lost items before time runs out. There's a lot of racing in this game, a lot of time trials, some collecting things. I don't remember what all is honestly in this game, like in terms of missions. I do know you get to explore pretty much the entirety of Springfield, which I've said many times was one of my biggest draws as a kid. Like, here we are in Evergreen Terrace, where we've seen the Simpsons family so many times. Okay, there's the suit right there. I was really hoping, yeah, that the time was going to reset as I grabbed something. There's the Springfield Cemetery that we see at the beginning of all the Treehouse of Horror episodes, which are so good, by the way. Whoop! I don't know why I'm, like, worried about hitting things. I ran over that poor woman right back there. I think it was a woman. I'm not sure. We need to go talk to Barney here. Where's Barney at? Oh, hiya, Barney. I think I have to get out of the car to talk to him, so... Hello?
You remember that cooler I gave you for your birthday? Well, Flanders wants it back.
Now what will I use for a toilet?
Now what will I use for a toilet? All right. So there's the cooler. Now we got to keep on going here. Now we need the lawn chair. Those wrenches back there, I mean, obviously those are going to fix your car. Your car can be damaged and explode. And to fix it, it's going to cost these caps, these coins, this currency that we have in-game. So it's best to just fix your car while you can, while it's free, before breaking your entire vehicle. Now, I'm just smashing into absolutely everything here. Believe me, I'm not trying to. But we need to continue collecting stuff here. Did I already pass right here?
Now I need Flanders' stupid picture of his stupid family.
Flanders' stupid picture of his stupid family. Where can I find that? I assume, I look according to the map here, it's going to be on the other end of Springfield, because that's how things work for me. And is this the last one? Can I just like stop here? Oh. What? Where did I leave Rod's? One, why did you take Rod's inhaler? 2, why did you leave it on top of the dump truck? I don't understand any of these things. But I remember when, when I was a kid, and I think a lot of people do this in like games like Grand Theft Auto as well. And sometimes you like obey all the traffic laws, and you can tell this is like the tutorial mission because they're like, hey, get on top of this thing, you know, just to show you and kind of let you figure it out for yourself. That hey, if I get on top of this truck, I could take this truck and get on top of the Quickie Mart. And on top of the Quickie Mart, there are going to be, coins or, special rewards for having explored and stuff like that. So it's definitely it's a good tutorial mission for what it is. But as somebody who played this game so many times growing up, it's like I played through this particular mission so many times that I could probably do it blindfolded. It's like I said earlier, or did I say it earlier? I remember thinking about it. It reminds me of like the Pokemon games as a kid. Right, I would play the Kanto region so many times that I know, especially the early stuff inside now, because you do it so many times every time you start over. But it's the later stuff in the game that I really don't remember all too well.
Look, I found your missing stuff. Now, about the reward.
Thanks, neighbor Rooney. Here's your reward. A prayer from the Lord's #1 fan. Our Father in heaven, bless this noble oath.
Stupid Flanders getting happiness from religion. In your face!
Stupid Flanders getting stupid happiness from religion. All right, drive to the Simpsons house. Do I have to? Is my car still here? Nope, there it is in the grass there. I like the family sedan. I'm a big fan of it. Of all the vehicles in the game, it's kind of tough to beat the classic old family sedan. It's true Springfield. I always found it kind of odd though they took the roof off of it though and made it a convertible, because they don't do that with every car in the game. Most cars actually have a roof. But for some reason, the family one, they're like, we're going to get rid of the roof on this thing.
Homie, you're late for work. And today's your workplace evaluation with Mr. Smithers.
Ah! You'll find my scorpion farm. Then where will my scorpions live? Only one person can help me. Lenny.
Go outside. All right. So, obviously I'm going to be late for work. You had me run all these errands. Get inside your vehicle. All right. Now we're to drive to the Krusty Burger by the cemetery. All right, there are multiple Krusty Burgers in this game, so it's nice that they specified by the cemetery. So I'm going the wrong way. I'm going towards the wrong Krusty Burger already. I was just explaining that whole thing. And right here is the Maison Derriere here. There it is. Or Maison Derriere is. I forget exactly how it's pronounced. But that's the Burlesque House, which was a pretty good episode as well of The Simpsons. It was one of the earlier episodes. We can cut right through here. Now, the cemetery itself, you're going to notice a lot of these, for those who have never played the game before. I can't go through here, just to be sure. I don't think I can. No, you smash into that if you try hitting that. But every time you see one of those Krusty the Clown Buzz Cola glass panes, that basically means that's a shortcut. And I know I'm on the wrong side of the road. You're technically in the right here, guy, but couldn't you have moved for me? Couldn't you have moved for me? So every time you see one of these, remember that it's basically going to be a shortcut of sorts. Try our new popcorn shrimpy things. So good. All right, let's go ahead and grab all this. We're able to fix up the car right there as well, which was nice. I'm supposed to be meeting with Lenny. Is he up on the other end of the thing? Oh, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. Oh, there he is.
I wish I had a dog with a...
Just running into people here.
Hey, Homer, how about a breakfast churro?
No time! Tell me where to find Mr. Smithers!
Yeah, I think I saw him at the Quickie Mart. More breakfast churros for Lenny.
I'm gonna need a car with a little more junk in the trunk if I'm gonna take him out. I wonder if Barney still has the Plow King.
All right. All right, to complete this mission, you will need the Plow King. Purchase it from Barney at the gasoline station. I love how it's not just a gas station, it's a gasoline station. For 150 coins. Important, use phone booths to access vehicles you already own. All right, so this is how we get access to the Plow King, which I think a lot of people consider Mr. Plow to be, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. I think a lot of people consider that to be one of the best episodes of all time.
Barney, can I borrow the Plow King?
Take what you want, sexy leprechaun. Just don't shoot me with that dart gun. Oh.
Whatever.
Good old Barney. You know, one of the things about Barney, I've always thought, and I think it's a pretty popular theory, so 150 coins, I am well more than that. And then here you can actually see its handling. So it's bad acceleration, bad speed, bad handling, but it's not very good toughness, which is what we need for this mission. But if you look at Barney, and then you look at Nelson, he really does look like Nelson's dad. And Nelson's dad is not a big part of the show whatsoever. He is in some of the earlier seasons. I think he was like the football coach for one of them. You see him in a couple things, but later on, you basically find out they like walked out on his family or something like that. You never see him. So it may be one of those retcon things. I'm not entirely sure. Like Smithers, for example, fun fact, if you go back to season 1, was originally black. Then they made him white for one reason or another. All right, so get into your vehicle. Is it going to be here by default? It is. I love how it's got the salt going out the back too. It's fantastic. All right, so now we need to drive to the Quickie Mart. If you're not following the story, which for some reason I understand is a little bit harder without subtitles. Wow, the handling on this thing is awful compared to the sedan. It takes so long to turn. We're late for work. The idea here is we're gonna smash into Mr. Smithers' car and basically make him also late, so he doesn't realize that Homer is late. Seems plausible, right? Seems like a viable strategy. If you guys are ever late for work, just simply go and smash into your boss. Make them late for work so they don't know. Because, you know, timestamps and stuff aren't a thing. Destroy his vehicle. All right. So, oh, he's got the Mr. Burns vehicle. I love the Mr. Burns vehicle. Now, excuse me, pardon me. Don't go much faster. All right, so we have a little bit of a bar right here. It's fun to remember most of this stuff, but at the same time, oh, let's get right. I was hoping to be able to smash him right there into the fence. All right, let's see if we can. Oh, you would hit the truck. You're gonna hurt yourself before I can even have a chance to do it myself. Here we go. Wow, look at the strength on your car. I can't even spin you out or anything. This is absurd. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Inch out. Got inch it out. There we go. That was not very good. We're going to take... Well, luckily, he's actually obeying traffic laws. So, well, to an extent. So he can... He takes a... Hey, that was a stop sign back there, jerk. This is a citizen's arrest. Is this counting as damage? It is not. That's unfortunate. We're going to have to re-smack him. So let's let him get a little bit ahead of us here. Hopefully a car doesn't come my way. And there it is, right on cue. You coming, buddy? Oh, there you go. Jeez, it took you a while to start accelerating again. I'm definitely going to be able to finish him off before we get to the power plant, though. Power plant's a good ways away from here. And one more hit ought to do her. And there it is. Oh, okay, well, maybe not that. How is it clear that it's not me doing this to him, by the way? This game, I'm telling you guys. Oh, goodness. I'm just smashing into absolutely everybody. I want to get that, I keep wanting to call it Pepsi Cola, that Buzz Cola machine back there, but... All right, power plant's this way. No. No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, that's a lot.
Slow it up. Oh, come on. I can't get this final hit on him. There. I just put you into a tree. Are you kidding me? And now you're running over here. Mr. Smithers is really committed to his job. Let me tell you guys. There we go.
Convertible. I just waxed and undercoated.
That's what you
My
get for
convertible.
expecting me to do the job for which
All right, then you got the Royal King Trailer Park here. So now we're in like rural Springfield, which is nice. You have the Springfield Tire Fire there. You're gonna have the trailer park. You're gonna have Cletus's house, I think. The old tobacco farm is out here. All sorts of amazing old Simpsons references can be found out here. But who would have thought a Simpsons game's full of Simpsons references, right? Here, I believe right here is the tobacco field. Hold on. I'm not under like a time limit or anything like that anymore. So I think I can... Man, look at these graphics. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm pretty positive this is the tobacco farm. They just kind of threw it in here as like a side thing. It's obviously not at the old Simpson farm like it would have been in the show, but, you know, they do what they can. Yesterday's energy of tomorrow today. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. All right, so the power plant here is pretty interesting. So for starters, you're allowed to just drive all throughout it. And also, it's more of a long, tunnel-y kind of a setup rather than an actual power plant. Right over here is going to be Homer's office. And there is our brick, basically holding down the lever, doing our job for us. And here's our scorpion farm that he mentioned. Oops.
How can I sleep with that camera? Oh, sexy girls could be watching me on the internet. Stupid cameras, you should be smashed. I'll destroy you at your power source.
Blind Big Brother. Destroy all the power couplings before time runs out. All right, we're going to do that. Then I think we're going to end off the first episode of this playthrough. I've been having a lot of fun with it so far. Oh, all right. I don't remember this part really at all. All right.
What's this do?
Where are we going? We're going up. Wait, how do I attack? B. For some reason I was pressing X, and I'm not sure why. Oh, there we go. Whoa, there. Where am I going to fall over here? There's a little bit of platforming in this game, it would appear. That's an aspect that I really forgot. Like I said, it's been about 10 years since I played this game. I played it a bunch as a kid, and haven't played it since. So, you know, what system did this come out on? Now, this is a GameCube emulator, so I think PlayStation 2 this actually came out on. Which would have been the platform that I had played it on. Because I didn't have a GameCube growing up. I did have a PlayStation 2, though. I was never... Oh, I remember this card. There we go. Wait. Carbon rod. There we go. Again, I'm going to have to do some, like, off-camera research. Oh, no! Oh, I thought I was going to fall like my death or something like that. I'm going to need to do some off-camera research and see exactly what those collector cards do. I remember there are cheat codes for this game because this was made at a time when cheat codes were a thing and not just DLC. Remember when cheat codes were just a thing you'd figure out, you have to look up and you'd find out this cool info about your game. You're like, wow, there's this cheat. Now there are no cheat codes. They just sell you cool stuff as DLC. It's like, you know, I like playing old games like this because it definitely has that old gamey charm to it. And here we are just smashing power generators because we don't want the camera watching us, because sexy girls could be watching us on the internet. If there's one thing, come on, there we go. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that you do not want a webcam going because sexy women could be watching you on the internet. We're gonna have to go across this way. I'm gonna say, please don't go too fast here, friend. This is a very dangerous power plant. Look at these things just randomly, you know, falling apart and such. Return to your workplace. I missed out on that coin up there, but it's okay. I think we're going to get plenty of coins throughout our entire playthrough here of the Simpsons Hit and Run. Camera angles are weird at times, too. There's just times where you just can't really change it.
I can get some sleep.
Mindless drones, return to your ugly families.
Oh!
Finally, I can get some sleep. Mindless drones, return to your ugly families. And now we must drive to the Simpsons house. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed episode 1 of my Simpsons hit and run playthrough. I did not notice this this tub over here. At the same time, it's just so freaking cool. I remember this. Yep, the skeleton and everything. Which may be a reference to Smithers' dad, I'm not entirely sure. But it's just so fun being able to like go through and explore as if you were there to an extent, you know, via a video game. All these awesome places from The Simpsons. But once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed the first episode of my Simpsons hit run playthrough. And if you did, please drop me a rating. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.